Hi Soul Fam, happy Monday. Welcome back to my channel where I have new tarot readings for you every single Monday and new Reiki charged guided meditations every single Thursday. I'm so honored that you are here with me and I can't wait to continue this beautiful practice of tarot with you. So without further ado, let's dive into our tarot reading for the week. I am using the Four Noble Tarot deck. This deck was created by myself and hand illustrated by Haley of Old Soul Supply, and it is all sustainably made and shipped within the US with carbon neutral shipping. So if you are interested in working with this deck, please go ahead and check out the description below where there are links to purchase. And I do just want to preface about this deck that this is made for people of all levels. So if you're brand new to tarot, if you've been reading tarot for years, it doesn't matter. This deck is for you. The guidebook is written to kind of almost emulate the way that oracle card guidebooks are written. So really supportive, but also actionable guidance as well. So maybe we'll read a little bit from the guidebook today so you can kind of get a feel of what it feels like. But I also channel from these cards as I do with any tarot deck that I work with. So that is the way that we are going to receive the guidance mainly for this week and every week ahead. All right, so let's just connect energy. Feel free to join me here. Working in the light and the highest. For everyone here's greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on cleansed and protected, and theirs as well. Okay. What do we need to know this week? We have an equinox this week on the 22nd. In the Northern Hemisphere, it's our autumnal equinox. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I'm sure you're spring equinox. So when there is the same amount of light in the Northern and the Southern Hemisphere, that is what our equinoxi, I don't know, that is what they are. So this really beautiful time of balance. And I know right now with all of these retrogrades going on, maybe things haven't felt extremely balanced, but I always also love to look to nature here on earth for the energy that is calling for our attention at this time. And right now that really is this place of equality and balance and kind of just peace. That's kind of the word that I feel like I want to go, shh. Like that's the energy of it right now. So just to keep that in mind this week, but let's see what the cards and what our spiritual teams and the universe has to say, okay? So what do we need to know this week? Or whenever you're seeing this video, if you're seeing it after the week it was recorded, please trust it found you at the exact right time. If you're ever pulling tarot cards for yourself and you're wondering which cards do I pull, there's many ways to know, but I recommend listening to your body. For me, I feel, do we want this one? No, not that card. I feel kind of a pull in my stomach. And so that's how I know. Some people really focus on a card, they keep their eyes open, and that's how they know. So I would just say start with paying attention to what's going on in your body or where your focus wants to be, and that's how you know which cards to pull. You can never pull the wrong card, and always pull as many cards as feels right for you, okay? Just a little side note. I don't know why I felt called to say that. Okay, so let's start with these cards here. We have a single card, and then two cards. So starting with this first card, wow, beautiful, Ace of Cups. So we actually, excuse me, pulled this card last week as well. Ace of Cups is the card of hope and new beginnings and this feeling of, they used these words last week as well. My cup runneth over. How it's coming through this week, though, is kind of from a place more of gratitude. So what can we be grateful for now? They're bringing in the law of attraction and manifestation. When we are, so we're going to do a little energetics lesson. Vibration attracts like vibration, right? So if we're vibrating on a lower frequency, that is kind of the vibration that we're going to start to attract back to ourselves. If we're vibrating on a higher frequency, that is the vibration that we're going to attract back to ourselves. Now, I'm never a proponent for bypassing. I really believe that actually the best way to exist in a positive vibration is to healthily express any heavy emotions so that you can then get them out of your body and then shift to that high frequency. So this isn't about pretending that everything is okay when it's not. This is about expressing what needs to be expressed, and then showing gratitude for what you do have now. Because it's in that place of gratitude that you're going to start to exist in the frequency of what you want to attract. So, for example, I am so grateful for the dollar bill I found in my jacket pocket, right? So grateful for the dollar bill that I found in my jacket pocket. And now, because of that gratitude of abundance, I'm going to be attracting more abundance back to me, right? So that's a super brief lesson on how that works. But that's kind of the energy this week, is this Ace of Cups, right? It's about, I'm going to show gratitude for all of the things that I already have, true gratitude, so that I can then pull more of that and attract more of that into my life. Because by showing what I'm grateful for to my spiritual team, they know, oh, okay, wow, she really loved that, or he or they really loved that. Let's give more of that to this person. Yeah. So that's kind of where I feel like the focus needs to be this week, is on gratitude of what we do have. And then if you are looking forward to what you want to create and continue to manifest, what it feels like to be in that energy. So the hope, the excitement, the joy that comes with what it's going to feel like when you have, or when you create, or when you do the things that you are calling in. Existing in that energy of hope and gratitude. Wow, I can't believe that I live a life that I get to create all that I want, or whatever it is for you. That frequency is going to help to bring it towards you, right? The last piece that's important with the Ace of Cups is to remember it is an ace. So aces are number 1 in tarot. They're at the beginning of the journey. So don't feel right now that you are behind, or that you should be at the end of what your goal is. We are supposed to be at the beginning right now. So maybe even taking some time this week to identify what it is that you want, what you want your cup to run over with, what you want to be grateful for in the future, so that you can start to really get clear on that now, and then apply this very hopeful, transformative energy forward to everything that you are co-creating. Okay, cool. Okay, so with this card, we then have the Empress. Beautiful. A lot of divine feminine energy. The Empress is quite literally the embodiment of the divine feminine. Now, this does not necessarily mean gender, being female. This means the divine feminine, because we all have the masculine and the feminine energy within us. And different times of life or different experiences call upon those different energies. But this week, the divine feminine, or rather the Empress card, is calling upon us to awaken the divine feminine. So what is the divine feminine? Well, number 1, you get to define what that means for you. But more traditionally, the divine feminine is the nurturer, the carer, the intuitive, the great mother, right? The one, it's kind of like what I imagine Mother Earth energy to be. And it's interesting that was one of the first messages they gave, especially around the equinox. What is happening on Earth now? That's what they said, right? And so they're talking about this feeling of awakening. They're saying like awakening your soul, not what you have to do or have to be, but who you are at a soul level, at a core level, at a level of connection with the world around you. And honestly, when we are in connection with the world around us, that really is when gratitude starts to flow, right? So the Empress is asking us this week to connect deeply with who we are, but also connect deeply with the world around us. And when I say the world around us, yes, I do mean all the things that exist in our world, but more so the earth and your home. So home and earth versus the world. Okay, so coming to a place of nature connection, and maybe you want to make your home feel nice and cozy, or do a spring refresh if you're in the southern hemisphere, whatever feels good for you. But this feeling of nurturing and really caring for deeply the things that matter to you and the things that make you feel safe and connected. So taking some time this week to, look around your home, maybe go for a walk outside, and just they're saying restore what makes you feel home here. What makes you feel home in here, what makes you feel connected to your soul. Connection to your home and the earth is going to reignite that connection to who you really are deep down. The Empress within, the divine feminine within, the intuitive, the knower, the carer within. Yeah. And not being afraid to share that with yourself as well. Deep, deep, deep care for the self. Yeah. No excuses, no explanation, just caring for the self. Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to this card at the end, the Empress, and I'm going to read from the book because I feel like that is the energy that we want to go forth with. But we do still have some guidance here with these two cards. So we'll come back to the Empress, but let's see what these last two cards are for this week. So the first one, oh, wow, the Lovers. Okay, so another major card. The Lovers is about when it's applied to the self. The Lovers card is actually about vulnerability. And it makes sense as these cards are progressing because Ace of Cups says, what do you want? Decide what you want. And the Empress says, make sure that you're deciding from a place of connection and what your soul is asking you to do, and that you're really caring for yourself so you can go out to do all you do. But that might require some vulnerability. Some vulnerability to be seen for who you are, to be honest with yourself about what you actually want, to declare or to ask for what you need from another. And now the Lovers card does also reference partnership. This could be a great week if you're in a relationship to examine your relationship, maybe even from a place of the divine feminine. Does our relationship need more feminine energy? Does it need more sexual energy? Do I need to care more so? Do I need to show more care and more loving devotion in my relationship? Or is that something that I am needing, that I'm afraid to ask for? The Lovers card asks us to expose our vulnerabilities because we are safe to share them, so that we can receive back what it is we truly, truly need within our soul level needs, as the Empress card was mentioning. Now the Lover says, and you need to be brave and expose those vulnerabilities so that you can actually receive what it is you want. And this is coming through twofold. Number one, maybe you need some more divine feminine energy from your partner, some more nurturing, some more connection. And so asking for that. But number two, not being afraid to share that. How many of us, and I can raise my hand on this one, are afraid to really open up and really show so much love and devotion to our partners, or not even just romantic partners, to our friendships, to our family, to the people in our life who we love. It can be scary to really go all in and express the actual deep, deep love that you have for these people or these beings. Because, oh my gosh, what if we're rejected? Oh my gosh, what if they don't feel it back, right? And so this week, making sure that you know that you are safe to express all of your needs, and asking for what you want, but also to open up and share your love and devotion for another being, okay? With the Lovers card, we have one final card, feels like a guidance card for this. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is about completion of cycles. And they're saying that this week is a really beautiful week. And even, with this beautiful celestial event that we have, this equinox, let it be the closing of season of keeping your heart closed, of not asking for what you need, of not sharing the love you have, of not sharing who you are at a soul level, as these other cards have suggested, at not sharing what it is you truly want, either with yourself or with the world around you. Let that closed off energy die. And with the new season we're welcoming in, let yourself be open to love, to life, to connection, to joy, to the possibility that is so available to you, possibility of anything happening. But in order to attain that, we have to trust, number one, that we have the wisdom and the ability to do all we wish to do. And number two, that we are safe to share our desire, our love, and our compassion with others and with the earth and with ourselves. So not allowing the fear to block us off anymore. And knowing that all the work that we've likely been doing up until this point is about to pay off if we just allow ourselves to open, to let the closed off heart die and be replaced with an open one. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful. So a lot of more internal work this week. Yeah, not so much about going out and doing all the things, but it's more about the self. Yeah. And I do want to close off with just reading from the Empress card, from the guidebook. I feel like there's some important messages here for us. So let's see. Okay. There she is. So it has some keywords at the top and then the description here. So I'll start with the keywords. It says divine feminine, bountiful creation, free expression, earth connection. You are the embodiment of the divine feminine, the great mother, and the infinite universe. As such, love and creation surround your bountiful spirit. You have worked hard to create what you have, and you are cosmically designed to create more. Do not rush, do not worry. It is your destiny to have everything you can dream of. Now is the perfect time to pause and connect with the earth. Notice her ways of growth, creation, patience, kindness, warmth, surrender, and whatever else she may teach you. Then examine how you can adopt these principles into your own life. You may like to apply them to your work, your family, your relationships, or yourself. See if you can fully embody the passion that comes with being a radiant force of nature, maybe even expressing yourself through creativity or sexuality. Through this expression, you will bring a new energy into this world through a child, a project, or simply through your zest for life. Yeah? So beautiful, okay? So I'm going to send you off with that beautiful zest for life, the passion, the creativity, the joy of what it is to be alive. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments. I would also love to read how this resonated with you, so please leave that below. If you do feel called to donate to the Love Jar, I will I will leave the description. Oh my gosh. Everyone, words this week. I can never talk during Mercury retrograde, so case in point right here. I will leave the link to the PayPal donation in the description below. There we go. And thank you all so much for your generous donations. It really helps me to show up here every single week with energy and just, being here for you. So thank you so much for joining me here. I will see you on Thursday for our Reiki Charged Guided Meditation, and again on Monday next week for your tarot guidance for the following week. Sending so much love Mercury, come on. I want to get this one right. Sending so much love and light your way, and I will see you again soon.